Hi, I'm Mark Harris, and I'm the director of the documentary film BattleGround Diagnosis: The War to Survive Cushing's Disease. Now, probably like me, you've never heard of Cushing's disease. I only became aware of it when my cousin Karen was diagnosed with it. In simple terms, Cushing's disease is the existence of excessive levels of cortisol being produced by the body. And for those Cushing's patients experiencing Cushing's disease, it manifests in symptoms such as rapid weight gain, particularly around the face and around the midsection, muscle weakness, fatigue, bone loss density, often resulting in breaks and fractures. It can even cause cognitive and emotional difficulties in its sufferers. Cushing's disease, if left untreated, can also lead to death. Untreated. Now that's the interesting part. My cousin, Dr. Karen, was a young, promising psychologist at the beginning of her career when she started noticing a change in her body. In a few short years, I watched this vibrant young doctor experience the symptoms of Cushing's disease that would soon rob her of her professional career and affect her personal life. She went from doctor to doctor in search of a cause for the symptoms she was experiencing until she happened to come upon a television program that talked about a disease that had the symptoms, many of which she was experiencing on a daily basis: Cushing's. From 2005 to 2010, Dr. Karen suffered through these terrible symptoms of Cushing's simply because she wasn't aware. However, it still took a couple of years before she and her husband were able to find a doctor that could identify the disease, diagnose her, and help them find treatment. During a casual conversation late last year, Dr. Karen shared with me her story about the battles she had to wage in order to find treatment and diagnosis for Cushing's disease. She shared with me that there were hundreds of others out there with the exact same story. So in late November, we decided we would document these stories. Like Steve in Ohio, Dawn in Michigan, Teresa and her daughter Sarah in Illinois, who both have Cushing's. We conducted over a dozen interviews in the Midwest, but now we have more stories to capture. We intend to capture stories from the East Coast, Southeast, Northwest, even Canada. Our intent with this film is to increase the public's awareness of those that are battling on a daily basis to survive the symptoms of Cushing's disease. We want to make sure we inspire the medical profession to be more deliberate in the examination, the analysis of Cushing's symptoms, and testing so that they can expedite diagnosis. In this documentary film, we expect to empower patients, advocates, and undiagnosed sufferers with education about support organizations, treatment, and maintenance to survive Cushing's disease. But for this, we need your help. We're trying to raise $25,000 to cover production costs, travel, legal, and insurance expenses to complete this documentary film. But we only have a few days left. Please go to our Indiegogo campaign to find out more about our project and provide financial support. You can donate as little as $5 to help us complete this important film. If you can't provide financial support, we ask that you demonstrate moral support by sharing our campaign with your colleagues, family, and friends. We'd appreciate that help. Join the fight. Support BattleGround Diagnosis: The War to Survive Cushing's Disease.